Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video, and this is the last one in the little series of videos about Dina's latest release. So here I'm playing with the new set of transparencies that are called Frames and Figures. This is the set 2. And I'm just going to be working in the white journal on a single page spread using these figures, and I am going to be painting the back of the transparencies. Lots of people have been doing this. And like, it's just so easy. It's a great way to use the transparencies in a slightly different way. So I'm starting off adding in some collage tissue paper onto the background. This is some of the set from the last release, and it's the one that's got all kind of book papers in it and like graph papers and things like that. So it escapes me what it's called right now. I'm very, very sorry. I don't like not being useful, being able to tell you what it is I'm using. Yeah, and this is this spotty one with the circles. That's one from a very, very early pack of collage papers too. So I'm just using some gel medium to stick these down in place. This is a matte medium, not a gloss one. Next, I am going to use a bit of white acrylic paint. Gesso would work just the same, but this paint was just on hand right in front of me. And I'm just putting a little bit on the page just to push that collage paper into the background a little bit. So the pattern is there, but it's not going to detract from what's going on top of the page. And then I am using some carnation. It's a lovely, lovely pale pink. Works really nicely as one of the pastel colours. It's so pretty. And just putting that on the page. And then I'm using a little bit of blackberry. And actually, no, I think it might be bodacious. I think it's one of the neons. And I've just added a bit of that mixed in while it was still wet. This is one of Dina's stencils. Trying to remember what this is called. I'm going to have a look. It's called Connected Dots, I've just checked. This is a fab stencil because you've got the bit of stenciling around the circles, but it's a great way to leave some of your background showing through, but still have a little bit of stenciling detail over the top. It's a lovely one. It's one of my favourites to use. And then this is one of the coaster stencils, and here I'm just going back in with that carnation, pushing some of that connected dot stenciling back into the background. So these are the 3 figures that I chose, and here I'm just using some black archival ink, and this stamp is from Natalie May Scrapbooking. It's just a text stamp, and I've just stamped a little bit of text onto the figures, and then I let that dry. I did give it a very, very careful blast with the heat tool, just on quite a low setting, and then I'm going in with Stoked. This is one of the new neons from the last release. I'm just using a blending tool, and I'm dabbing that paint onto my figures. And then they are going to be stuck onto the page. Oh, I've also gone down the side of each of those figures using a bit of the bodacious. Then I was just kind of working out where they were going to sit in relation to each other on the page. I faffed about a bit, ended up putting them on the left hand side, and then I used staples to pop those in place. As I've said before, it's a very personal thing. You might not want to use staples, in which case a gel medium or even Dina's ultra thick gel medium will stick them in really, really well. I haven't had any transparencies pop out of my journals that I've stuck in using thick gel medium, so that is definitely a solution if you don't like using staples. It's funny, I didn't used to like using staples, but it's something that's definitely grown on me, and it's nice and easy too. Then I've added a little border around my page. I've also added a little smoosh of black paint along the bottom. This text stamp is from the Strong Men stamp set, and I stamped it with black. Then, as you can see on my underpaper, I stamped the stamp until there was no more ink on there, and then I've gone in with a purpley pinky stamp ink, just to stamp the quote on a few more times. Then I've added a few dots using my Lazy Dotty stamp from my design. with Funky Fossil, and then a white pen just to bring a little bit of contrast, adding some hearts on there and going in with some white dots as well. So this was really quite an easy page to create. These transparencies are so easy to use. It's such a quick way to create a fun page in your journal. And then I'm just using a jelly roll in a nice fluorescent pink. I'm adding some more marks onto my page, and I do a little bit of journaling as well in that space that you can see on the right hand side of my page. Yeah, but using the transparencies and painting on them is a great way to customize them so that they are more yours and you have kind of tweaked them a little bit. Well, that's it for this page. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, found some inspiration. Go and paint those transparencies. Go on, do it. It's lots of fun. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.